Hi, everyone. Welcome to our midweek teaching. I'm Pastor Dave Hakes from Parker Ford Church, and it's really good to be with you today. Thanks for watching or listening to this teaching. We are almost at the end of our series called Regarding Scripture. Today, I'm going to take away all of your excuses for not reading the Bible. That's right. After today's teaching, you can no longer say, hey, I forgot my Bible at home, or I don't know where my Bible is. Because if you have a phone or a computer, you have access to the Bible. And I want to share about some online Bible study tools that I have found helpful. You may be very familiar with these, or maybe there's one or two things that you can pick up from this that you can try out. But I'm going to take away all of your excuses today for not reading the Bible. So I really want to talk about a couple of things. I want to share about the most popular way to access the Bible. That's the Bible app, YouVersion. And then I want to share a couple of things about Bible Gateway, Blue Letter Bible, and a couple of other resources as well. But let's start by talking about the Bible app. The Bible app, it came out 14 years ago. And there's several things I love about the Bible app. The first thing I love about it is that it's free. And what an amazing gift, an incredible gift from Life Church in Oklahoma. 14 years ago, they decided to give this away to the whole world for free. And, we all used to kind of walk around with, well, not all of us, a few of us would walk around with like a pocket New Testament, like a little tiny Bible that we could take, places like to the hospital if we were visiting somebody. But now we all have a pocket Bible, the Bible in our pocket. And it's not just like one translation or one version. It's like we can access so many different translations. In fact, if you don't know what translation to use, Pastor DJ did a teaching on this about 3 or 4 episodes ago on Bible translations. So if you're wondering what translation to use, you might want to go back and rewatch that teaching. But yeah, YouVersion, it's free and it's so user-friendly, so easy to use. You can log in, you can sign in. So it greets you by name. It makes you feel guilty because it keeps track of how many days in a row, that you've read the Bible. So if you're into that, if you like to have a streak going, the Bible app is for you. It also will give you a verse of the day, and like if you're in a Bible reading plan, it will show you what you need to read for the day. But it's just so user friendly. You don't have to know the order of the books of the Bible from Genesis to Revelation in order to use the Bible app. You can just scroll through, find the book that you're needing to get to. So find the Gospel of Luke, click on it, and then the chapter and verse, and it'll take you right there. It's pretty user-friendly and fast. And you can highlight verses. You can, like I said, you can pick your translation. You can customize it, dark settings, light settings. There's a lot of cool things that you can do with it. One of the things I love about the Bible app is its numerous Bible reading plans. I know many of you are doing the Bible recap plan here at Parker Ford Church. And so that plan is on the Bible app. And so every day you can go on and you can see what you need to read for the day and check it off. And you can get reminders and notifications if you need that to kind of remind you of where you need to be every day. But there's so many different plans. Like this one is a 5-day reading plan, right? So you don't have to read through the whole Bible in a year. If you want to, there's many plans like that, but there's also like 5-day plans, 7-day plans, 30-day plans. Some of them are like, will take you through a book of the Bible. Some of them will be more thematic. And so just a lot of cool options there. The other thing I love about the Bible app is its audio feature. And so this is like really helpful if you're driving somewhere or if you're taking a walk. Or the way I use it is I will actually get my hardcover, my physical Bible out, and I'll pop in my earbud and I'll hit the audio and just kind of follow along as someone reads the Bible to me. And so I match up the translation and, I'll be taking notes or writing things off to the side. But I like to kind of follow along as someone else reads it. And there's some really cool audio versions of the Bible. Again, that's all free. Some of them have like dramatic versions, with music. It's just kind of cool. I enjoy listening to the Bible and following along with it. Kind of helps me stay focused, if you know what I mean. The other thing I like about the Bible app, there's this new prayer component to the app, where if you go to the prayer part, you can see a guided prayer every day. And there'll be like 3 or 4 screens that you tap through slowly as it guides you into a prayer for the day. And I found that to be really, really meaningful and helpful to kind of focus my thoughts in the mornings. There's also a way to share prayer requests with your friends. You can add friends to the Bible app, and if you need accountability in that area, or if you just want to share what you're reading and your progress with your friends, you can do that. But I would encourage you to check out the prayer part of the Bible app. It's brand new. If you have kids, or if you have grandkids, and if you have an iPad, that works best, you have to check out the Bible app for kids. Again, it's free. It is so cool. We got turned on to this right after it came out, when our kids were much, much younger. And it was so cool. They were constantly adding stories, Bible stories, and they read the stories out loud. And your kids have these like beautiful pictures to kind of follow along. And there's animations and there's things to tap and click on. And it's pretty cool. It's very interactive. It's a great way for kids to engage the Bible. So I would check that out, the Bible app for kids. I want to now talk a little bit about Bible Gateway, and I have to switch my screen here. Bible Gateway, by the way, this is what YouVersion or Bible.com looks like on your computer. So again, as you can see, lots of different translations available, and you can read it on your computer. When I'm on my computer and I want to access the Bible, though, I tend to use BibleGateway.com. And both Bible Gateway and Blue Letter Bible both have apps for your phones and iPads as well. But when I'm on my computer and I need to access scripture, I usually go to Bible Gateway. And so you just kind of type in your scripture passage that you want to pull up. And if someone's reading it out loud, you can follow along. What I like Bible Gateway for is to copy and paste scripture into slides or into presentations or into my notes. It's just a real easy way to copy and paste scripture, so I don't have to retype it all. I also like Bible Gateway. There's lots of resources. There's study Bibles, encyclopedias, commentaries, maps, videos, dictionaries. There's a free component to Bible Gateway. So some of this stuff is available for free, but as you see here, you can upgrade to Bible Gateway Plus, right? Another plus, to have Disney Plus. Now there's Bible Gateway Plus to have access to thousands of resources. And so if you want access to like all of the commentaries that are available through Bible Gateway, there is a subscription plan for that. I don't currently have that or use that, but that is an option. The other thing I like about Bible Gateway is this parallel feature. So if I'm reading through a passage, I can actually pull up 2 different translations side by side. And so what I often like to do is I pull up like a dynamic equivalent translation. So something that is not real wooden or archaic language, something that's like modern language, but still pretty true to the original text. And then I like to pull up a paraphrase, like the Message or the New Living Translation. And I like to just read both of those like at the same time and kind of compare. And so, I might just be a little weird, but that's kind of how I like to engage scripture sometimes it's just by looking at 2 different translations side by side. That's BibleGateway.com. The next one I want to share with you is called Blue Letter Bible. And I love Blue Letter Bible. I've been using it for quite a long time, not so much to read scripture, but to actually dig in and study it, especially doing word studies. And so what you do is you pick your translation, you type in your reference. So let's go back to Luke 17, which is the passage that Brandon is going to be preaching on this Sunday at Parker Ford Church. So you click on, you type in your reference, and then let's say you want to do, you want to kind of dig deeper into this word faith. And so you see it there in Luke chapter 17, verse 5. And so you select that verse, and then you go over here and you select tools, and you can just hit tools. And the first tab is called interlinear. And that's the tab that I like to use. It'll take that verse and put it in the Greek order, the order that it is in the Greek text, and then you scroll down to find the word faith. And so here's the deal: you don't need to know Greek and you don't need to know Hebrew to do a word study. Okay, but go down to the word faith and then click on Strong's number. So Strong's is like, that big Strong's concordance that we used to use. Maybe some of you still use it. All of that is now is built into this website, blueletterbible.org. And so you click on Strong's number, and up comes this word faith, which in the Greek is pistis. And if you don't know how to say it and you want to impress your friends, you can actually have somebody pronounce it for you. There you go. Impress your friends. But what you can do is you can scroll down and you can read an entry from Vine's Expository Dictionary. You can read some more information about the word faith or pistis. And then you can also look at some definitions of faith. What I like is to go down and see other occurrences of faith, perhaps even in the same chapter. So if we scroll down, we find Luke chapter 17, and there's our verse 5. And then we see Jesus use the word faith again in verse 6, and then in verse 19. And so you can see all the occurrences of that same word, pistis or faith. And you can take notes, and if you know about the original languages, you can parse it. You can get more information about the word. So blueletterbible.org, it's kind of cool. And you can do it all on your phone too, and do a quick word study. So I like blueletterbible.org. Let me go back to my slide here. Let's see if I can get there. And a couple more things just to make a note about. There's Logos Bible software from Faithlife and eSword, and both of those have free downloads to your computer, and they also have apps for your phone. Now, Logos has it's a heavy duty Bible software. There's a free version and there's a version that you have to pay for. But if you really want to dig into scripture, dig into the text on your computer, Logos is the way to go. And then I don't use eSword, but I have heard of some folks that have used it and use it from time to time. And it's a pretty good resource as well. So I have just taken away all of your excuses for not reading the Bible. If you have a phone, which most of you do, if you have a computer, which most of you do, you have access to the whole Bible for free. And there's some great tools out there. There are so many more that I didn't mention. You're probably thinking, well, why didn't Dave talk about this one or this one? There's so many out there. But these are some of the big ones, some of the more popular ones. And what I would encourage you to do is pick one and just play around with it, immerse yourself in it, sign up, log in, customize it, set it all up, know how it works backwards and forwards, and then use it. So when you pull out your phone and or someone says, pull out your phone and look up, such and such a verse, you're not okay, where's my Bible app again? And how do I use it? And I don't know how to. Take the time to figure out how to use it, and so that you're confident with it, and then use it and share it with others. So you might want to do that right now. Play around with a particular app and learn how it works. I want to close by giving you the verse of the day. This is from the Bible app. The verse of the day today, Wednesday, July 6th, is from Matthew chapter 5, verse 9. And this is Jesus talking, the Sermon on the Mount. And he says, God blesses those who work for peace, for they will be called the children of God. Thanks for watching and listening. Have a great rest of your week.